Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. This is Sterling Clinton Spellman, the Polisher, CEO of Polish, where I teach women and a few lucky men how to lead and shine bright in their life. And I am the founder and creator of the Speak to Market Academy and the Polish Lifestyle Community, where I teach you the tools and resources to shine not only in your life but in your business. So I'm so excited to have you all here tonight. You are here because you signed up for my workshop, Content is King, but Content Marketing is Bae. And it's so funny, when I first heard that word bae, I was like, what does that even mean? What does bae mean? I thought they were saying, like baby or whatever, but bae means before anything else. So tonight we're going to be finding out why content marketing should be before anything else in your business. Why content marketing should be before anything else in your business. So just a few housekeeping notes or rules. If you have a question, please do put it in the chat box. I want this to be a dialogue workshop. You will have an opportunity throughout this workshop for you to actually do some stuff so you can take it back after this workshop and implement it into your business. All right. So please, if you have questions, let me know. Also, if you feel like tweeting out something I said, you feel like sharing something I said, use the hashtag content marketing is bae. All right. Use the hashtag content marketing is bae. So let me know throughout this if you have questions, and I'll be here to answer your questions. So let's get started. So for some of you all who have been here before, you know who I am, but I'm going to go over it because we have some guests that are going to be coming on tonight that are new to me. They found me on Instagram. They said, I want to attend your workshop. So they're going to be coming on. Some may already be here. I can't see the list of participants yet, but some may already be here. So welcome, welcome, welcome if you're new to me. So let me let you know a little bit why I am qualified to have this conversation with you, okay? So who is Sterling? Sterling is a speaker, best-selling author, two-time best-selling author, coach and consultant. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I love business. I love business ideas. I love trying new things. And if it doesn't work, I move on to the next. That's a serial entrepreneur. I love trying new things and experimenting and taking risks. I'm a crunchy mama. She is now 22 months old. She is 22 months old going on 30. She got a lot of mouth, a lot of talking. I have organized over 15 conferences, and actually I am organizing right now my 16th conference, and this one is all mine. I've put on those other conferences for other people, but this one is all mine, and so I'm so excited for the Polish Con coming May 5th and 6th in Providence, Rhode Island. So stay tuned for that. I quit my job in June of 2016, so a little over 6 months. I quit my job to follow my dreams of impacting 1 million women to lead and shine bright in their life. And what's so awesome, I have now attracted men to my brand too. So now I have a lot of male clients, which is awesome. I also am the host of the Polish Lifestyle TV. Season 2 is starting up soon. And that's where I feature women who are leading and shining bright in their life, who have decided to live their life on purpose and to be the leader of their life and to shine bright, live the best version of their life. And I am also the creator of the Speak to Market Academy, where I teach entrepreneurs like you, authors, other speakers, how to really market their speaking business, how to really grow their other business through speaking. So that's what I do. And I also am the co-founder and co-owner of the Salad Man and Juice Bar, which is a healthy food truck here in Providence, Rhode Island, with my husband, Russell Spellman. So that's a little bit about me. But I'm so excited to be here tonight because, one of those things when you get an aha moment, and I'm going to loosen up my head tie a little bit. For all the women who wear wraps, sometimes it's almost like you're tying your brain. I don't know why I tied this so tight. I'm like, why is my head throbbing? Sometimes you have an aha moment, right? So before I really was focused on building my business online, I would hear people say content is king. Content is king. What is content? And I used to be thinking, what is this content thing they're talking about? I know, like, I've heard content in a different way, like the tables of contents, like the content of something, like the contents in this container, or the contents of a book or something. I've heard that, but I really didn't know what it meant for my business, and so I was a little confused. And as I started really focusing on my business and being a full-time entrepreneur now, I finally get it. I finally get that almost everyone on social media is a content creator, right? Almost everyone on social media, whether you're in business or not, you are creating content and most likely sharing content. And so content marketing, what is content marketing? Well, we're going to find out tonight what the difference is and why it matters to you and your business. So let's see. Why content marketing? Why content? Why does it even matter? Traditional marketing is becoming less and less effective by the minute. As a forward-thinking marketer, you know there has to be a better way. And this is from the Content Marketing Institute. They are focused on that. This is what they teach. And so they're saying, guess what? There's a better way than traditional marketing. The old ways that we used to do things doesn't really work anymore. So so how does it work? Instead of pitching your products or services, you are providing truly relevant and useful content to your prospects and customers to help them solve their issues. All right. So rather than you just saying, hey, come and buy my book. Hey, come and buy my soap. Hey, come and buy my hair product. Hey, come and buy my earrings. They provide relevant information that will attract you to that product and tell you why you need it, and then it solves your issues. This is how business is being marketed today. And guess what? You are being fed content all day long, and you wonder why you want to buy a lot of things. You wonder why you want to spend money on a lot of things. You wonder why you want to watch so many movies or different things on television, because we're being marketed to all the time with content. And they tell you the reason. They have gotten so clever and so skilled at telling you the reason why you need things. All right? So let's move on. So the other reason why, and this is the same thing with social media, and content is a part of social media, but you have to market in the time you live in. I always tell this story. You look at the companies like Nokia and BlackBerry. Guess what? They are no longer with us. BlackBerry is dwindling as we speak. Nokia is no longer, because they refuse to move with the times. All right? So exactly, what is content? Content is the presentation of information for a purpose to an audience through a channel in a form. All right? So the definition has 5 components. You have information, you have purpose, you have audience, you have form, and you have channel. And form could mean, is it audio? Is it visual? Is it written? Okay? That's what form means. And the channel means, how is it delivered? Is it delivered through, like, what medium is it delivered through? Okay? So that's very important. So now, what is content marketing? Content marketing is a marketing technique of creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and acquire a clearly, and this is important now, a clearly defined audience with the objective of driving profitable customer action. The key word here is valuable. And I want you to think about this for a second. Every major company that you can think of right now, guess what they have? They have a blog. Why do they have that blog? They have the blog to market valuable information about their product to you and I. All right? So that's content marketing. Let's go further. So who are Oh, did I skip something? Let me see. No, I'm here. All right. So who are content creators? So you probably saw in the advertisement and the marketing for this workshop, I said, what is it that Oprah, Shonda Rhimes, Shonda Rhimes is the creator, the director and writer for Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, all those shows. And guess what? Have you all been seeing on your Facebook? Have you been seeing an ad for a masterclass that Shonda Rhimes is teaching? Type in the chat box and let me know if you've seen it, where she's teaching writing in a masterclass. All right. Oprah and yes, right? Oprah and Deepak Chopra, guess what they do? They do masterclasses. Last night I did a live stream and I was talking about how when Oprah first started OWN, and we're going to go into this a little bit later, but I was saying, remember when Oprah first started OWN, the network wasn't doing well. It was failing. And it's because she didn't know one thing. And so we're going to get into that. But for now, I want you to think about almost everyone who's on social media today. They are content creators. Why? Because they're posting tweets, they're taking selfies, they're making live streams, they're Snapchatting, they're Insta storying. They are creating content. But are all of them making money off of it? No. And you may not even be making money off of it. You may be making money off of the content you create, but there's a better way. There's a better way. And that's where content marketers come in. So content marketers understand the importance of creating content, but creating content that makes sense for their identified target audience. All right. So when we think about YouTubers, the famous YouTubers that are out there getting 1 million views on their YouTube channel, getting 30,000 views, 50,000 views, 200,000 subscribers, those people are content marketers because they understand that delivering value to their targeted audience is going to do what? Increase their sales. All right? It's going to lift their engagement. So bloggers, authors, speakers, and you. So I know some of you on here, you are already content marketers. You just have to take it to the next level. All right? Some of you are already creating content, blog posts, you're live streaming, and you're sharing valuable information to your targeted audience. Right? Okay. So who are your favorite content marketers? So I want you to type in the chat box. What's one of your favorite brands that you follow on social media? Let us know what companies are producing the best content on your feeds. So think about those blogs that you follow, maybe that YouTube channel that you follow, maybe the email newsletter that you're on. What are some of your favorites? Type in the chat box really quick. I know for me, one of the content I like to consume, and she's an awesome content marketer, is Rosetta Thurman of the Happy Black Woman podcast. I absolutely love her podcast. And if I had the opportunity, I would sign up for every program that she does because I just absolutely love it. That's something I listen to almost every other day. I listen to her podcast. I've even listened to episodes from years ago. Dave Ramsey, yes, absolutely. Quarrels by Nature, yes, awesome content. Why? So really quick, can you let me know why you follow them? What are some of the reasons that you follow them? Yes, I love Audrey Richmond too. I like her content. She has great content. Why do you like her? And okay, Elkie says Dave for financial advice. Absolutely. Absolutely. And question, so let's think about what is a purchase that you've made recently? Yes, exactly. She's sharing valuable information. She's sharing information that you can use right away, which is awesome. So she's a content marketer, and you most likely will probably purchase something from her. So while we're on that note, I want you to think about what is something that you've purchased recently. It could be anything. What is some other than like, you know, your lunch or whatever, but what is something that you've purchased recently? Maybe it's a pair of shoes, maybe a car. Okay, yes, April. Yeah, April is funny. I love her. Um, think about it these days. Studies show that when people listen to how content marketing is killing the game and is working awesomely, right? So, content marketing, a lot of big brands are using it. So let's think about Honda. Do you know if you go to the Honda website, they have a blog? And a lot of people, before they even purchase a car, guess what they're doing? They're going to look on the blog. They're going to see valuable information that's written about Honda. And it may not even just be on the Honda's blog that they go to. They're probably going to go to another company's blog too, or a third-party blog. They're going to look up information about that type of car because they want valuable information about that product. So think about this now. You have products and services. Don't you think you should be blogging about your product and services or what you offer? Don't you think you should be live streaming about it? Because that's what people are looking for. People are no longer just going to websites to buy stuff. People want valuable information. They want implementable information before they even purchase your products or services. And so I want you to start being cognizant of why you're making certain purchases and why you lean towards certain things. Or do you go and look up reviews or blogs on that product? That's why you see almost every major company is now, and just small businesses and entrepreneurs, they are now following suit. But those big companies, they know that if they share valuable information, Oprah knows that if she has Soul Sunday and she has YouTube videos, I don't know if you know, on Oprah's website, she has YouTube videos sharing tips about how to be successful. Lisa Nichols has a YouTube channel now where she's sharing content that leads you and I to go and purchase her products and services. So this is what we have to do. We no longer can just be content creators, meaning we're just creating content out of the blue. We're just creating things that don't necessarily even serve our clientele. We're just pulling content out of our hats. We have to be focused with the type of content that we are creating. We have to be content marketers. All right? So, okay, here we go. So, why is content marketing BAE? And remember I told you content marketing, BAE means before anything else. And I did not know that's what it meant. I was just saying, you know, content is king. When I was creating this, I was saying, you know, content is king. You always hear that. What is another way we could say, or a better way, a slick way we could say content marketing, right? And when I looked up what BAE meant, after I said, I was like, this is perfect. So why is content marketing before anything else? Because it enables you to focus on what really matters, and that's your audience. So you can create content that they need and want. You have to create content that your targeted audience needs and wants. So for instance, Tracy, I'm going to use you as an example. Oh, people are calling me. Sorry about that. So you want to create content that your target audience needs and wants. So let's take Tracy, for instance. Tracy is and I'm trying not to butcher it. She helps people get jobs by overhauling, redoing, sprucing up their resume. All right? So we know that's what Tracy's audience wants. Imagine now if Tracy all day long was just posting motivational quotes. Is that content really relevant to what her clientele wants? Yes, once in a while, they're going to need motivation. Absolutely. But would it make sense for Tracy to just do that all day long if she's really trying to attract her customer? Is that what you would do, Tracy? Okay? Elke, for instance, you serve single moms and teaching them how to budget and to save money and to really empower themselves through investing in themselves. Would it make sense for you to just post, information about them getting another job? No. So really understanding your audience makes content marketing thebomb.com, because it enables you to focus what you should be creating. All right? So let's see. So what do content marketers know that you should? Okay? Content marketers know their target audience and what kind of content their audience needs and wants. They also know how to curate, document, and deliver content that has their audience salivating and begging for more, resulting in increased sales, a thriving email list, and engaged and loyal following. Okay? How many people want increased sales, a thriving email list, and engaged followers, loyal followers? So that means people, no matter what product you put out, no matter what service you provide, they are purchasing it. All right? I was just speaking to one of my potential clients, and I was talking to them about that they're writing a book. And I was talking to them about, because they said they want to write this book. So I said, what you need to do first is really identify who your audience is and really start to nurture them on social media. Why? Because you don't want to launch a book and don't nobody even want the book, number one. And number two, you have nobody to market it to. So what a content marketer would do is identify their audience and start nurturing that audience so you can deliver. So that book that you create, that piece of content that you create, will be beneficial to that audience. It will solve a problem, but most importantly, what will it do? It will be what they want. So now you don't have to force people to purchase your stuff. You don't have to wring people's neck to just buy something from you. All right? That makes sense? Let me know if you have any questions so far. And I'm just going to check because one of the people that are supposed to be on, she just sent me a message. So I want to make sure that type in your questions while I check this real quick. Okay, no problem. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So we know that content marketers know what? They know who their audience is, and they know how to deliver what the audience wants. Because you're gonna, when you are building your audience, when you are identifying your audience, you're gonna survey them. You're gonna ask them questions. This is why when you go to certain stores, what do? They actually do a survey, right? If you go to certain websites, what do? They ask you to do a survey. When you sign up for someone's email list, they might ask you what type of information you want to receive, because they want to deliver to you what you want and what you need. This is how we have to start thinking as content marketers, not just as content creators, because even the little children now, 10 years old with a cell phone, they're creating content. So we have to be a little bit slicker and create and be content marketers. All right. So let's head over here to how you identify your audience, right? How do you identify your audience? How do you, and I call it your praying customer. And so one of the things, I need to make this bigger. Give me 1 second. One of the things when I think about my customer, I have thought about her age. I've thought about where she works. I thought about the type of books she reads, the blogs she reads. I know some of her pain points. I know exactly how much money she makes. I even know her name. And so now, even though this is not, Stacy is not a real person, she is my avatar for my audience. She is my avatar for my ideal audience. She is the person that when I go to create content, I know that she's not only gonna need my content, but she wants it. Not only does she need it, but she wants it. All right? You have to do the same thing for your audience. You have to know what they read. You have to know what they listen to. You have to know where they hang out. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on LinkedIn? Like Tracy, your people are on LinkedIn. Elke, your people are on Instagram and Facebook. And some of your people are on Twitter. So you have to find out through market research, where do single moms hang out? Where do people who need jobs and need their resumes reviewed hang out? So you can now, when you figure out what it is that they need, you know where to deliver it to, right? You want to know, what do they want? What do they need? And so here's where Oprah came up to me. Remember when Oprah first started her network OWN? She had like I think a news segment on there. She had some of her older shows. She had things that really weren't driving ratings. Okay? Because from the time, remember when Oprah had her show, Oprah was very successful on the Oprah Winfrey Show. But she created this network, and she thought that what she was delivering to the network was what people wanted. It wasn't until she had to revamp, she had to really understand who her audience was before her engagement went up. And so guess what? Oprah has reality TV shows on OWN network now. Why? Because the average television watcher these days, they want to watch reality TV shows. They want to watch soap opera-like shows. This is why the Have and Have-Nots is doing amazing. They had to understand their target audience and create content that they wanted. Because if not, her network was going to fail. This is the same thing with your business. You have to identify who your target audience is, what they like, what they want, and then you got to create that content and deliver it to them the way they want it. Now OWN is thriving because she has a mix of some reality TV shows there. She has her Soul Sunday. Everybody is trying to get their life these days. And Soul Sunday allows for that. Okay? People love that type of stuff. Oprah and, like I said, Deepak Chopra, they do masterclasses together. They do webinars together. Before, people like Oprah and Shonda Rhimes and who else is really big? There was another celebrity. The guy, the chef guy. What is his name? He is Australian, and he has a show on the Food Network. He now hosts master classes and webinars where he's teaching people how to cook right in their home. They can watch him now while he's cooking live. People, the world is changing. The online business world is changing, and people are really starting to understand that content marketing is above all marketing, because now you can deliver valuable information to people, and in exchange for that valuable information, people will spend money with you. They will follow you and support you, and that's what you want for your business. So you really have to identify your audience, and when you identify your audience and you know where they hang out and what they want and need, you have to now create the content. All right? So what type of content will you create? What kind of content will you post? And I get that question all the time. What type of content should I post? I don't know what to post. I know I'm supposed to be posting. That's what the average person hears, or a lot of people are teaching. You need to be posting on social media. You need to be live streaming. You need to be doing this. But no one is really teaching what type of content that you should be posting. So you need to create content that people want to share. Think about when you are scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Snapchat, scrolling through Twitter. What makes you share information, right? What makes you share something? Because it's either funny, and I know with my friends and my sister, my husband and I, a lot of times we're sharing stuff out of our inbox that's funny, that's very powerful, that's interesting or newsworthy. So when you're creating content, think about those 4 things. How can you make it funny? How can you make it powerful? And powerful, I think another word for powerful is relatable. Because when people can relate to stuff, it's powerful, right? Interesting or newsworthy. All right? Create something unique, even if it's just putting a spin on something old. So for instance, I'm sure there's people out there who are teaching content marketing. But I know nobody's out there teaching content marketing as BAE, right? So I know that's information that people want, because I get the questions all the time. Well, what should I be posting? But I do post stuff, but it's not stuff that your audience wants. All right? So I put a little spin on the whole idea of content marketing. How can you put a spin on the things that you need to provide for your audience? Right? And I don't want you to shy away. I don't want you to shy away from those things that you feel like, well, people are already out there teaching it, but someone may not be teaching it in the way you're teaching it. You may be able to add a different spin to it, a different flavor, and maybe even break it down to a science for people to better understand. So don't get caught up in, oh, well, somebody's already teaching that, or somebody already posted that before, someone already created that, because there's also ways for you to curate content too. And curating content means you're sharing content that's valuable. Okay? Personalize the experience whenever and wherever you can. This is where adding yourself in your content, using yourself as an example, sharing how a product or service helped you, or sharing the results of your clients. Personalize the experience. Make people feel it. Tell a story that people can relate to. Tell a story. I tell you, when I create posts where I'm talking about a struggle I went through and how I overcame, people love it. My engagement goes through the roof. Stories are powerful. Stories sell. Facts show and stories sell, because people can identify with the story. All right? And then teach your audience something. This is why you see a lot of people are live streaming and they're teaching some of their steps or their tips. And like you said, Tracy, you were saying Audrey Richmond, you like her because she shares stuff that could be immediately assist you in your business. And that's true. That's one of the reasons why I do follow her, because she'll be like, hey, here's something I've been doing. Let me show you it. 1, 2, 3, boom. And now you can go and implement it in your business. That's powerful. How can you share your process? How can you teach your process? That's an awesome way for you to create content that people want and need. This workshop is an idea of content that people want and need, because I get the questions all the time. And your audience will tell you what you need. Your audience will teach you what it is that you need. Okay? Absolutely, Shonda. People want to relate to you. That's it. People really don't want the separation. They don't want to feel like, oh, this person is above me or they're way over there. They want to say, okay, I can utilize that. I can make that happen because it relates to them, right? The other thing, adapt your content to new and different platforms. All right? So that's all about repurposing your content. Give me 1 second. I'm going to close this door because my husband's trying to put the baby to sleep and I can hear her crying, so I'm sure the recording's picking it up. So give me 1 second. Take this break to get a drink or something. Okay, I am back. I have to close the door. So some type of content that you need to be utilizing or that can benefit you in your business is, for instance, blog posting. And if you don't have your own blog, you could be a guest blogger on someone else's site. The Huffington Post welcomes guest writers. There's tons of people on Instagram who are always looking for, they have like an online magazine or they have a blog and they want guest bloggers. And let me tell you the power of blogging and why I'm so mad at myself that I did not do it before. So I recently just launched my pre-launch of my blog. I have 2 blog posts now, but on the first day I put up one, and I had several people reach out to me who I did not know because they read my blog post. And now they want to work with me. Why? Why is that? Because I didn't go to them and say, hey, buy myself. People get turned off like that. All I did was write, and you know what's so funny about that? In the blog, I wrote about myself. I wrote about the reason why I started my business. That was it. And at the end, I said, if you would like to join me in my tribe. That was my call to action, because remember, with content, you always need to have some type of call to action. I wasn't even offering anything in that group other than, in the blog post, other than join my group. And guess what? Now they want to work with me. And you know what they said? I wish I could pull it up. I'm afraid to mess with this computer today because it's acting up. But I wish I could post it up. They said, I love what you said in your blog post. It really resonated with me. I'm about to write a book, and I really would love to pick your brain. And I said, well, you know, I charge for that. And then we got into the conversation, right? Another type of content is live streaming. And the thing about live streaming is that it's so easy now. Before, it only was showing up on some people's phones. Before, you could only do it on your phone. Now you can go live on your computer on Facebook. Periscope is just an app that you can download. Instagram stories. Instagram. Teach something. Teach people something. Share your story. Something that Gary Vaynerchuk says, that you shouldn't necessarily even be killing yourself to create content. You need to document content. And so what he means by that is that you should be sharing your everyday experience, because guess what? People want to see the back end. They want to see the behind the scenes of what you are doing. So I'm starting to do that more. Because you know what? That's what people really want. People want the inside scoop of your life. This is why people watch the Love and Hip Hops. This is why people watch Basketball Wives and the Housewives of Atlanta. This is why they watch Real World. This is why they are on Instagram all day watching people's stories, on Snapchat all day watching people's stories, because they want the behind the scenes. And so imagine now you have awesome products and services that you are working on. You are a speaker. You are a workshop leader. You are helping people with their resume. Share that. That's content that is valuable. That's content marketing. That is content marketing. Because now you are gearing that towards your audience. For instance, Shonda, you are going to be working on, you have a workshop that's coming up where you're going to be working with single women to help them find love. And please type it in the chat box, because I already forgot the name of your program. But when you are creating posts for it, when you are creating some of maybe the documents that they're going to be using, or even singles therapy, thank you, even getting the t-shirts made, the design and stuff, share the behind the scenes of you planning that. Share the reason why you want to do it. That's content marketing. That's you using valuable information to attract people to what you're doing. Because what ends up happening, and I know I used to do it, and I'm breaking that mold and breaking that habit. Sometimes we just pop out of nowhere. Oh yes, come and buy my book, or come to my event. I'm having this event, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, where are you coming from with this? I didn't even know what to do with. I didn't even know you were doing this. Because you haven't been sharing your steps with people. People are nosy and they want to see the process. They want to see the process. And it's okay, because I know some people are afraid to share the process because the process isn't always perfect. I know that's what stopped me a lot before. Because our process isn't perfect, we feel like we shouldn't share it. Right? We feel like, hi, Laverne, welcome, Laverne. I'm sorry, I didn't even acknowledge you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right? So people are afraid. Oh, awesome, awesome. Good job, Shonda. I'm very proud of you for that, because sometimes we get so afraid to share our process because it's not a perfect process. So we wait until it's perfect and then we try to show up. We just try to show up, and then people are like, where are you coming from? I don't know you. So let people in. Let people know who you are. This is the day and age we're in today, is a time where you really can't fake the funk. And I'm happy for that, because faking the funk is tiring. Trying to pretend like you're perfect is tiring, is exhausting. So content marketing really allows for us to be ourselves while giving our target audience, our praying customer, what they want and need. So another example of content that you can utilize to be a content marketer. So once you figure out who the people are, who your audience is, who your praying customer is, and what they want, and this can happen through various ways, surveying them, finding out what they post, seeing what they share. You can do this through like Instagram. Instagram now, if you sign up for a business account, which is free, you can see the type of people who are following you based on the content that you're currently posting. You can see who are following you. You can go and look at their pages to see, okay, I see what this person's into. Maybe this is what they need. Maybe this is the type of content that will appeal to them. And that's what you should be creating. So we went over blog posting, we went over live streaming. Now think about another form of content, an ebook. Do you have an ebook? Do you have an ebook with valuable information that you know your audience will need? Laverne, can you type in the chat box and let me know what is your field? What type of business are you in, or what type of business would you like to create? Just so I can help, gear some of this towards you. But like Shonda, what I think will be great, and you can do this in a weekend using Canva, using the masterclass, and I'm going to actually talk about the masterclass in a little bit, but go back through the masterclass that we did together and go and see how you can use Canva to write an ebook, how you can repurpose some of your content. Repurpose what you already have. So the content that you already have, whether it's a blog post, whether it's posts on Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is that you use, see how you can repurpose that and make it into an ebook. All right? I would suggest for you, Shonda, go ahead and take a weekend and create an ebook on singles therapy. That way you can share. You can either give it away for free. You can charge 99 cents. I think it should be a lead magnet, actually, because I don't think you have a lead magnet yet. So create it as a lead magnet. Put some beautiful images in there. Give valuable information. It could be a check. The ebook can be very simple. You can even do a guide. You can even do you can do something sexy, because such a singles therapy or whatever. You can do something creative where it's like it could be a guide to singles to getting what you need as a single woman. So many different ideas that you can play with and survey. And here's what I would do. I'm going to test you. I'm going to give you all an assignment right now. Okay? After we get off this webinar, after we get off this workshop, and before we go, I'm going to give you an opportunity to purchase the masterclasses, which is totally awesome. Some of the people who are on here, they were a part of that masterclass series and absolutely loved it. If you like, you can write a little testimonial inside of the chat box. But what I want you to do, I want you to go and ask on social media, whether it's your Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. Ask, based on your business, what type of information would you like to receive from me? Maybe you have a category. Maybe you know 4 things that people usually ask you. Put out there, out of these 4 things, what would you like for me to provide information on? How can I serve you in these areas? And based on the one that people comment the most, that's what you create your ebook on. That's that valuable content that now you can market to people. And within that content, at the end of it, you're going to have a call to action where you're going to say, blah, 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 blah. Here's this excellent information that you're giving. For more information, join me in my free, or join me in my free Facebook group, or join me for a strategy session. Join me on my email list. Imagine if you did that every single day. You had a call to action at the end of the content that you shared. How your business will be thriving, how your email list will be thriving, how your loyalty from your engagement and loyalty from your tribe, your customers would be. So I want you to go and test it out. Go and test your market. Ask them questions so you know how to give them what they want and what they need. All right? So once we figure out how to create the content that our audience wants, you have to deliver it. You have to deliver that content. Oh, I'm sorry. I went ahead. So you have to curate content, right? We're going to get to delivering in a second. So how do you curate content, and what does that mean? So I'm going to pull you guys over to Post Planner. And if some of you were in our master class, this is a refresher for you, because I went into detail how to not only schedule and automate your posts. Hey, I see more people are joining. Okay. I can't see your name for some reason. Oh. So we went over how to use Post Planner, how to automate and schedule your posts in detail. But I want to just give you a quick refresher. And for the new people here, content curation is you sharing information, valuable information that you didn't necessarily create. And that is totally fine, because it actually puts you in the know. It lets people know that you are well-rounded. It helps to reinforce your teachings, to reinforce what you share with your audience already. So it's totally fine. So here, I love Post Planner, and there's a couple other ones that I have here. So we have Post Planner, Buffer, Meet Egger, Hootsuite, and BuzzFeed. I use Post Planner and Hootsuite. All right. So let me show you Post Planner. So with Post Planner, you see here, these are things that I scheduled, right? But Post Planner works a couple of ways. You can find content for your industry and then share it. So I do a mix of that on my page. I create some content and then I curate content. So if you follow me already, you will see, guess what? You see this picture right here? I shared that this morning, and then I wrote a note along with it. This says the world is changed by your example, but not by the world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. And then I put up there, I said, live the type of life that will impact the world. All right. I added a little bit of what I think about it to the post and shared that. There I curated information. All right. And so what I love about here, because I'm into teaching businesses and business owner how to market and grow their business, Post Planner has a whole marketing section here. And if my computer would stop being slow, and please let me know if you have questions while the computer's acting a little slow, I could probably answer it. So do you see here, under the marketing, and you can type in whatever you want up here, but they have a section there for marketing and business, because that's something a lot of people want, all right? They understand their audience. They know what their audience of small business owners, even some corporations, because there's some corporations that use them. They know what we need and want. So they have created content, a platform to share content that we want and need as business owners. So here, how to cut your email time in half. I'm actually going to go ahead and schedule that for my Tuesday, okay? Because on Tuesdays in my tribe is Productivity Day. It's Take Action Tuesday. And so I'm going to share this for Tuesday. You see here, I can schedule it. I can schedule the post. So after this, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But there's also other things here. 5 psychological tips entrepreneurs need to run their business. That's another one I'm going to share. And I'm definitely going to share it because there's a sister on it. And I told you all, I totally love to share images of people that look like me and look like people I serve. And because you can't be who you don't see. So I absolutely love that there's a sister on that article. So I'm definitely going to be sharing that, because not only is the topic awesome, but the image is awesome. All right. So in Post Planner, you can curate content. This is content that someone else created that you can use to share and educate your audience with valuable information. Because remember, content marketing is all about providing valuable information. All right. So with Post Planner, you can absolutely do this. 17 killer Facebook post ideas for small business owners. I'm definitely going to be sharing that, because that's who I teach, small business owners. this makes your life so much easier, and it makes you look like you are awesome in the eyes of your tribe, because they're like, oh my goodness, Stella shared this with us. I needed this, right? And that can happen for you too. So I want to write your question. I want you to write your questions in the audience, in the chat box. So, how to deliver content that makes you stand out and shine on social media. So, I created 5 master classes where I teach you all about how to deliver content that makes you stand out and shine on social media. Because remember, I told you in the beginning of this, there's a lot of content creators on social media, including teeny bopper kids who are all day Snapchatting and is Insta storying, or people who they're posting selfies and different things, but they're not necessarily content marketers because they are not making money off of their content. You as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a speaker, as an author, your goal is to not only engage with people and build a following, but to be profitable in your business. So you need to shine and stand out on social media. You no longer can be in hiding anymore. You need to be creating those blog posts. You need to be creating beautiful images that are visually appealing to your audience. You need to have an online presence all over social media so people can find you and find your products and services. So I created, and for the people who are already in the masterclass, this is not for you because you've already taken the masterclass. You have access to it, and you get lifetime access to it. So I have, and I'm gonna hop on over, and I will put the link in the chat box. I have created, let me go back there. I have created a bundle package of those master classes. And I'm going to tell you what's taught in those master classes. All right? We have a Facebook Live training, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram Stories, Snapchat, OBS Studio. I go over how to use it and show you tips and tools to make it applicable to your business. We also have another class where I teach you Fiverr and Rev, how to outsource so you don't have to do it all by yourself. All right? Then I have, let me go back. Then I have platforms, content, and your audience. So here I go into depth again about content and content marketing. And then I teach you the different social media platforms and your audience. All right, how you can find your audience, how you can identify your audience. And then over here we have Facebook and Instagram, how to optimize your accounts, how to optimize your Facebook and Instagram account. Because guess what? You may be on Instagram, you may be on Facebook, but are you optimizing it? Are you using it to the best of its ability? Because I tell you, there's millions of people on social media, but they're not using it the way they should. And sometimes we just need a little bit of guidance. We need someone to show us the way. Okay? And then I have IFTT, If This Then That. Absolutely love ITT. And Zapier, how to automate, and Post Planner, how to automate your social media presence. So in that class, I go over every step of how to create a post and how to share it, how to automate it, and how to have systems that don't necessarily talk to each other in your favor. So what do I mean by that? So IFTT, let's say for instance, I want Pinterest. I want when I post to Instagram for it to go to Pinterest. Pinterest and Instagram don't really talk to each other. They're not made to function together. They're two completely different social media sites. But with IFTT, If This Then That, you can create a recipe that allows those systems to talk to each other and connect to each other. All right. So in that masterclass, I teach you every step of how to do that. And also in the in masterclass 1, which is the platforms, content, and audience, I teach you how to use Canva and SparkNote for you to create beautiful images like this, for you to create beautiful memes, for you to create banners for your website, banners for your social media sites. Okay? I show you how to do that. And so I'm going to put the link. Let's see. I'm going to put the link in there. And you can either purchase the class that you need, or you can purchase. And so each class is $27. I'm going to paste this here. Oh, sorry. Let me center all. Oops. It won't let me. Give me 1 second. Let me know if you got that in the chat box. I don't know if it's, the link is here. Let me show you. If you go to right here, go to bit.ly/buy Sterling, because for some reason it's not allowing me to type it in the chat box. I don't know why. But if you go here, you see highlighted on the screen, go to bit.ly/buy Sterling, and it will take you to my online academy, and you will see the classes there. You can either purchase them separately, or if you buy the bundle, you save you save $37. If you buy the bundle, you will save $37, and you'll get all 5 classes for $97. And you will get lifetime access to it. You will also get access to our Facebook group, where we communicate in there. You can ask questions. You'll see the homework in there. It's totally up to you for what you want to do, but I really suggest that you go ahead and take advantage of this low-cost masterclass. Why? Because you now know the importance of content marketing. You now know how it can benefit you in your business. Now you have to not only learn and identify who your audience is, now you need to deliver that content to them. And you want to do it in a fashion where you can stand out and shine on social media, where there's tons of people posting and sharing. You want to be the person that's giving them valuable information that not only is valuable, but looks good and is what your audience wants and needs. The other offer I have for you, and let me go back for a second. So each class is $27, or you can buy the bundle for $97, which is a steal. And for the people who were a part of the masterclass series, I would love for you to write in the chat box what something you learned or the experience and how you loved it. And so the next thing that I have that I would like to offer you all is, let's say you've been on this this workshop today. You have already taken the masterclass, but you're like, you know what? I want to take it one step further and actually get the direct attention on my business. I want for Sterling to help me set up my content marketing strategy. I want Sterling to help me create content. I want her to create the templates and talk to me one-on-one and guide me. Well, I have an opportunity for you to do that. I am here to be your guide, and I have a couple of packages where we can work together one-on-one using your existing expertise, because I don't want you to do anything new other than use what you already have. Use your existing expertise, because so many times we're looking outwardly for things that we don't need where we already have it right here. We just have to utilize it. And so if you decide to do one of the packages, and I have 3 packages I actually have 4 packages. The first one is the Pick My Brain session. So if you want to go ahead and pick my brain, you want to just find out exactly what it is that or how I can help you. That is $297, and you will get the master classes with that. So if you decide to do the $297, you will get access to all the master classes. All right. The $997 is if you want to identify your unique serving purpose, unique serving and selling purpose. You want me to create with you your avatar and praying customer. You want me to set up and optimize your accounts, and then set up your general skeleton for the 4 quarters of 2017. That's $997. That's a 3-hour session that we will do virtually. If you are local, we will work locally at a cafe, local center, so I can help you map out your content marketing strategy. If you want a VIP session, that's 5 hours live. If you are within 3 hours of my home, I live in Providence, Rhode Island. If you want me to travel to you, that will be an additional fee plus the $1,500. But with this, you get everything in all the other packages, but also 90 days of content. I will work with you to create those blog posts. I will work with you to create those memes. I will work with you to get your content on and popping. All right? And here's some of the content that you may want to create. Maybe it's social media posts, those memes. Maybe it's a coaching program or package that you want to create. Maybe it's an ebook or a workbook. All right. Maybe it's blog content. Maybe you want to create a masterclass or a workshop like this, or you want to create your own online academy. Those are the things that we can work on together. And let's say you're like, Sterling, I am ready. 2017 is my year. 2017 is the time I'm really going to show up. That package is the Platinum VIP package, is 8 hours. It's an entire day that we can spend together. And if you want to break it up in sessions, we can. One of my other clients did that. He lives in St. Louis, so what we did was we did the first 2 hours one day, and then we did the other hours. We're splitting it up over the next couple of weeks. So whatever works best for you. With this one, not only do you get everything that the other packages get, but I will go ahead and you will choose 3 of these packages. Not packages, 3 of these services, and I will do that for you. Plus, you get access to my Speak to Market Academy, which is valued at $997, where you get booking scripts and booking forms to really grow your speaking business, for you to really take your speaking business to the next level, and there's no questions asked. You have your booking scripts, your booking forms, your speaker hack guide. You get access to my Facebook group where you can network with other speakers and where I do share speaking opportunities. And you get weekly live coaching. Weekly live coaching. And so here, there's testimonials from some of the people I've been working with. I'm going to play this one here, and then afterwards I will be taking questions. I'm going to go ahead and give you the link after that. So let's hear.
Guys, my name is DeMarcus Hamilton, and I've just completed a one-on-one with Miss Sterling. I want you guys to really understand the impact that this young lady has made on my life, not just me personally, but that my family will be able to benefit from. Things we've shared has been so amazing, so I encourage anybody, if you're on the fence or don't off the fence, I encourage you to get to know this young lady, because she's going places and she's going at a high rate of speed. So you don't want to get left behind. So I really appreciate everything Ms. Sterling has done for me. I look forward to working with you in the future. May God bless us all.
Yeah. So DeMarcus, one thing, can you let me know what is your biggest takeaway from our session today?
My biggest takeaway the session today is just like her name says, the polisher. There's some things that I've been working on that I thought that I knew, but she actually really dug a little bit deeper with me to actually bring those things out, let me know they are strengths of mine and I could act upon those. I think the biggest takeaway for me is I finally got to a situation where I felt like I had a mentor who actually showed me step by step what to do, and it was personalized for me. So best thing I say not happened for me is I've been polished.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. And so I'm going to go ahead. Let me see how I X this out. Got all these tabs open over here. And let's see.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Kareem Cancer, the Encourager. Letting you all know that I just did a session with Sterling, and let me tell you something. Hands down, she is the best at what she does. So listen, all I can say is that you need to jump on board, purchase some time with her, get on her clock. Do not allow anything to stop you from talking to Sterling. Listen, make it happen right now. I am give you a testimony about what help she has done for me. So I'm looking to grow my business and to make things happen in this year, but also the next year.
Awesome. So Kareem, can you let me know what is one takeaway from our session today that you are excited about, that you're ready to run with it? So one thing.
The biggest takeaway I received was getting a clear idea of what 3 areas I need to focus on. And so I'm going to start working on those 3 areas that you told me to work on.
Awesome, 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 awesome. And so tell us your name and really quick what it is that you do.
This is Kareem Cancer, the Encourager. I just don't talk about changing the world, I do it. And so I help people to be inspired and motivated in any situation. And so listen, I am here to help you to be encouraged, no matter what you're facing.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes, those are some of the people I've been working with for the content strategy, the social media content strategy sessions. So you have a few options here. You have options to work one-on-one with me, or you could go ahead and take advantage of the low cost of the master classes. And so the links are here. I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I can make it bigger. Maybe if I stop sharing, I'll be able to do it. Let me copy and paste that. And then if you would like, I can bring you all on screen and you can ask some questions. Let me go ahead and close this out and try one more time to send this. Paste. There you go. All right, so the links are in. I just sent them in. I'm going to go ahead and invite you into the room, promote to panelists, so I could be able to see you and you all can ask questions. And maybe this is a good time for me to stop sharing my screen. Stop share screen. You don't have to come on video, but let me hear your voice. Let me know if you have any questions, because I know some people may not be dressed. They might already be in their night clothes. Maybe do I have to unmute you all? So let me see. I might have to unmute you all. So what I'll do, because I know you all don't want to be on the recording or ask questions on the recording, so what I will do, I will go ahead and end this session, and then after I stop the recording, we can go ahead and continue our conversation. So thank you for joining me on our live workshop today. The content is king, but content marketing is bae. Listen, no more being a content creator. Be a content marketer. There's tons of content creators out there. You want to market your content and market the information, the valuable information that is going to bless your target audience. So if you have questions, you know where to find me. You can find me on Instagram as Sterling the Polisher, Sterling the Polisher on Twitter, and my full name, Sterling Clinton Spellman, on Facebook. I hope to see you soon. Email me at sterling@polishedbysterling.com if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later.